The Po' Boy Pundits podcast is brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. Pulpery Media presents Po' Boy Pundits with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the political headlines that grab our attention and all those little jerks that infuriate us. Correct, yeah.
So a week and since noon, a week and 6 hours.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long 4 years, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was kind of hoping he would just, saw somebody say this in a video. It's like, best case scenario is he just gets in there and rides the economy and everything that Biden got, took credit for all of that shit, played golf for 4 years, and then went away. That would be the easy thing.
Right, he doesn't do the easy thing.
You know, but now this motherfucker scorched earth. And he's got people that will do it for him.
Yeah.
That whole fuck around, find out, we told you so, this was going to happen. It's fucking happening.
No, I mean, you're already starting to see that when they backed off of, handling prices.
Yeah, he said that day one in his first interview or whatever.
Yeah, it was like, I can't really change grocery prices. And you're going like, okay, well, so that you're not going to be able to do that.
So the single issue voters that voted on eggs.
Yeah, and the other one that I did find really interesting, because you go like so many, whether they were moderate or those people like lesser of two evils stuff, like when he says he just, what was it with the Palestinians in Gaza? Like, it's like, well, just get rid of them.
Yeah.
Like, and they're going, well, like.
I mean, he basically told Netanyahu
so if that was,
whatever he wanted to get rid of him.
Yeah, but I mean, even now he's just going like, well, let's just like wipe them off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
And so if that was your issue, like you thought Kamala wasn't taking a strong enough stance, like, well, congratulations.
Right, because he's either going to nuke them or he's going to give Netanyahu what he needs to nuke them. The ceasefire we'll talk about in a minute, that lasted for like 37 seconds too. At least they were able to release some hostages.
Right.
Back to Trump, which, good. Silver lining outside of Trump's fucking chaos that is like, now he's got the whole world up in arms. Literally.
He's got Lauren Boebert policing bathrooms.
With Nancy Mace, right? Yeah.
And it's just so fucking ridiculous.
Like he's got 2 hall monitors.
Yeah. Well, and that point of again, both you and I, we won like the genetic lottery by being white males.
Yes.
But like, I mean, if you are a trans person in this country right now, I would be fucking terrified because you don't know.
God, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then, yeah, exactly. I mean, we all know someone, and
I would be terrified.
Yeah, because I mean, like they're just starting. I mean,
it starts they started with the military.
Yeah.
And they started with the DEI last week.
Correct. Yeah.
Which, how do you? Okay, that's it. That's more just so companies like, it's not a mandate. DEI is just like, hey, let's.
Well, I mean,
diversify the way
he's
you
ended
hire
it
people.
Across
everything.
The federal level. So with that, I mean, effectively, what that means is like governmental departments and all that. They don't have to even do like the Rooney Rule, like make sure that you're interviewing someone of color or. So
that's what I'm saying. The DEI, not what it wasn't the Rooney Rule, where it was just like, okay, I'm going to get somebody of color in here to check a box.
Right.
Yeah, no, it was supposed to be on merit, which people don't understand. They for some reason they can't put those two things together.
No, so it's gonna clear the path for douche bros.
Right.
To be like
Peg Seth to hire his douche bros.
Yeah. Hey, we're in the same fraternity. All right. That's my qualification.
Again, drunk with Nazi tattoos.
Correct, yeah.
Running the Pentagon.
And and that Hegseth would have been shot down if it weren't for J.D. Vance casting the tie-breaking vote. Like, and also, like, the
when Mitch McConnell comes out
right.
and is like, "Fuck you," he's one of the three people.
Yeah,
something's wrong.
And your majority leader is like, he's not giving a good vote of confidence. Going
right,
like,
he's just like, I have to do this.
Yeah,
because I have to.
Yeah, he brings a combat mentality, like, which of course I always thought was like really stupid.
You know what that means? He likes to get drunk and fight.
Yeah. Or or he's got like really bad PTSD that he's not addressing. But that you would go like, that's a better qualification because all these generals just stay back and plan.
Right. They didn't
they manage.
Move up the chain of command. That's the whole point here, right? And get accolades, and you have to get a promotion.
You also have to like test for that promotion too.
Well, you also graduate college, get your master's. You got to go to fucking officer school.
Correct. Yeah.
It's best if you get some combat time in there.
Yeah.
This dude was in the Army Reserves for a cup of coffee, an espresso.
Well, yeah, but he never. What would they say? He was a grade 2 or like a grade 3 or. He's not high up in terms of even like officers within like reserves.
And dudes come out of basic training.
But like to your point, like that just means like he once or twice, like read the material and tested to get those promotions.
I bet if you asked him like the fourth rule of like what you should do, like not leave my guard post until I'm relieved to relieve. Yeah, like see, I even know that. I bet he couldn't name any of those.
It's also fascinating too because like the Secretary of Defense, or when it was back the Secretary of War, that used to be something that the idea was you would bring in a private citizen,
right?
Not somebody with a military background who was better at managing.
Correct.
Which is really what that role is supposed to be, is that they're supposed to listen to the Joint Chiefs and take that information and then pass that along to the president.
Correct. Sift through what's a real threat, what's not a real threat, this, that, and the other. A risk board. All these smart people are working this risk board, and then they report to you. And then you got to go, okay, I see all this. Let's make a report of these top 5 things, and we'll present this to the president.
But what seems scary, not just about Hegseth, but what Trump wants to do with Hegseth is that Hegseth would be making decisions, military
that's what I'm saying.
decisions, which is
that's not how it works.
That's not how it's supposed to work.
Yeah, no, it's just
it's an advisory position, but.
No, just like people.
But we're cool with it.
People are finally starting to call out the vice president is just in name only. I've seen that in a couple of places recently.
Which is interesting because during the campaign and the debates,
why didn't she do anything?
Correct. Yeah, I thought they thought the vice president actually ran the government.
Yeah, no. Now that J.D. Vance is in there, everybody's like, "Oh, come on now."
Yeah.
He's just.
Right.
When they asked Trump or a spokesman, hey, what about this? No, see, he's just,
And that's also been the other fun part is like the complete about face by like MAGA people of like, oh no, that's not what we meant. Like really? Because you went like toe to toe with Jordan Klepper.
Correct.
But
and
now all of a sudden,
whatever.
That's not what you meant. Well. Okay, all right.
Here, well, you know what else? Here's the was she a pastor?
You mean the one from
the bishop
from Jimmy Carter's funeral?
No, the one who was at the inauguration.
Oh
no, wait, was that the Jimmy Carter? No, not the inauguration, but
the minister from Carter's funeral was the one who like spoke directly to Trump.
Okay, then that's who it is.
Yeah.
What? And it was a female too, which made it even better.
Yeah.
Anyways, the point being, when MAGA goes, "Fuck that bitch. We don't care about empathy." Like, oh, you mean one of Jesus's teachings, right?
No. Well, and
that sin
where did
of
I see that?
Empathy.
It might have been a video like a minister put up on TikTok, because they were talking about how Yeah, so like that, those people are now turning to this branch or philosophy, Christian philosophy, where it's like they ignore that part of Jesus and are only focused on like sin and repentance. Like,
so much for empathy and
good
love
Lord.
thy neighbor
Right.
shit.
No, fuck that.
Welcome
Yeah.
all of the people with
Yeah.
open arms, like all of that stuff, or the incest or the stoning of people.
But like that's fine, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
like the loving thy neighbor and treating people
That's
as
the
yeah.
no-no.
Correct, yeah.
So what you're saying is, by the end of these 4 years, Trump will have a Bible that just takes out all that shit, and it'll just be all the fire and brimstone stuff.
It'll still be in there, but it'll be like smaller print.
It'll be a footnote at the end of the book.
Oh yeah, by the way.
Yeah, by the way, they did mention these really great points, but we just decided to leave those out.
Yeah, it'd be like being a Buddhist and like just saying the whole point is to suffer.
Right.
But you kind of left out the other parts.
Isn't that the opposite of what you're supposed to be? Like I thought that was the whole point of like religion as a whole, right? You have faith.
Yeah.
You love everybody as one, no matter what.
But but like in that example, it's like, oh, you're leaving out like it's your attachment to objects that cause suffering.
Right.
So you got to let that fucking shit go.
I can't believe, like I was like, there is no fucking way that they can come at this woman for this. Another one that I loved is, you can't make religion political.
You might want to go back and talk to Newt Gingrich about that one.
Or the guy in Oklahoma who wants to put Bibles in every classroom.
Or who started the Jesse Helms. Why don't you go and dig up Jesse Helms and talk to him? Or Billy Graham, and
All
Billy
of them
Graham
now.
Jr., who love to have their political friends. And
That all comes down to money again. Joel Osteen is another great example of that. Fucking
prosperity gospel. That's where the shit
Who's
is.
the other guy? Tim Robbins or whatever his name is.
Oh, Tony Robbins, but he's not.
He's he's
He's a motivational speaker.
he's Rickon,
Yeah.
or Rickon is he. I don't know. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so we didn't even get to all of his shit so far. Oh, look, it's the Meadows Massacre.
We still have another segment, so.
Yeah, we'll be here all fucking night trying to figure out all the shit he's done. I'm scared. 4 days, 5 days.
Well,
He's been in
yeah.
office.
I mean, my biggest fear is what we were talking about earlier, is that he's going to do all these. Congress may not have to do anything because he'll just tank the economy on his own.
Right. I mean, he's already doing that.
By fucking with other countries and shit like that.
Correct.
And because
I saw where February 1st was a hard date on tariffs for some of these countries.
right, which of course, and then it would not surprise me, Canada and Mexico, if they get pushed far enough, they're just like, you know what, you're not getting anything.
Yeah.
And then that takes, nearly $1 trillion out of our country's GDP.
Not to mention the pain and suffering.
Just those two countries alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't realize, especially, I think people sleep on how much Canada helps us.
Yeah.
You know, our friendly neighbors to the north. No.
Well,
they could literally
There was
do
a
this.
reason we put NAFTA into place.
Correct.
Back in the 90s, because it was like
what is it now? What did Trump rename it? Trump's ass?
like
Mexican American.
Trump's taint bill.
It's the Gulf of America Treaty. That's what it is.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to come back to that too, because oh God.
He's threatened military
Yeah.
on Greenland.
The following segment has been brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. The Po' Boy Podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion. Marketing by Brock Ryder. Graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion. Music by the Heisenberg Compensators.